All right, hey there, everybody. Looks like that's working. Looks like that's working. Okay, we're going to be doing a short stream today because I have a meeting I have to go to for some stuff today. I might also have to be in another one on Wednesday, so I figured I'd just do another quick Mechabellum one before committing to anything too crazy. But yeah, back at it. Yeah, so we'll probably only do like an hour today. Then I'll have to head on out. But yeah, it's gonna be also busy again throughout August. I'm gonna be doing some stuff. Potentially, we'll find out. Okay, let's go ahead and grab let's grab Sabretooth with these guys here. That might be interesting. Um so Sabretooth I think I get on turn 2. They're elites. Yeah, round 3 is when I get that. That's actually quite a while away. Alright. Hmm. Okay, I think what we have to do here is go for some more vortexes, probably. They're probably just gonna get like a sniper and just instantly off me, but whatever, that's fine. Sort of having to make do with what we got right now. Alright, so we'll give this a go. Our opponent's gonna have an advantage. I think that thanks to them having elite, they've got these stronger crawlers, for example. Those are actually quite good in this situation. Also, we're latching on to very wrong units with a lot of our stuff here. You know what? We're doing a lot better than I thought we were going to be. All right. Intensive training sounds good. I think we'll take that. At this point in time, what we have to do is sort of have like a bit of a better workaround on this side. So what we're going to do is go for new unit type. Get our own fire badgers. I'm actually just going to go for like tarantula drop here though, and then a vortex. Actually, no. Let's go with tarantula over here. And crab. And we'll go ahead and intensive train you. Don't have quite enough, that's fine. Okay. Okay, so they've gone for suppression on these guys, that's fine. They've gone for a bunch more Void Eyes. Really gone for kind of a Void Eye spam here. Definitely the stronger between these two units, I think, the Void Eyes over the Crabs. But I do need to get like a whole bunch of chaff at this point in time. Alright, we got the free guy, that's what we want. Let's go ahead and pop... Let's do Wasps, do a distraction on this round. So we'll drop that there. If I can get like a free win round, then I would like to get that. I also want to get some tech this turn. Okay. Yeah, so these abilities aren't going to work. So what we kind of need is something like longer range from these guys. But we could also put down longer range on these guys in a bit. I think what we'll do is we'll do this for now. Oh, they've gone for a counter with the wasps, which is kind of interesting, but it's actually kind of fine. Well, they've got a lot more range on those guys than my guys. Not going to matter that much this time, though. Oh, it might actually. That was close. All right. I definitely probably go Scorpion here, and I think he's also going to go for those. And I definitely need more chaff units, but that's kind of fine. What I want is the longer range on these guys so that I can actually hit these guys before we go across there. And we're just going to make sure that we're hitting like this. And we're just going to go ahead and drop that on them. Maybe we put this more like over here, I think. Yep, they've also gone for the Scorpion. I kind of figured they would, so that's why I've got these guys here. Wait, do I only kill one of those guys with this? That's interesting. I still have not enough range to actually get past that. That's interesting. All right. I don't really want to go for most of these, but I think we go for the elite crawlers. There's some interesting things we can kind of do with that. Not for some weird stuff over here. All right. I think we want one more of these somewhere, and I think I know where to put it. I need to get some bonuses on some of these guys. For unlocks, let's just bring in Fangs. I'm actually going to bring these guys, and I will keep them up here. He's also got elite crawlers, that's fine. Do you drop any? Yeah, those Scorpions absolutely are better positioned than mine. Then again, we got stuff that's like way more vulnerable to Scorpions, so... I'm not sure why these things were getting dragged across that way, though. That's kind of weird to me. What I kind of want to get here is stuff that's a little bit resilient to get against those things, but I don't think I've got anything that can be, really. What we're going to do is get him, and we're going to go with the incendiary bombs. And then we're going to get a couple more of these guys. I really wish I had the extended range on these. That would actually be pretty helpful. Okay. Okay, we should get shots onto their scorpions before they get shots onto ours, and that's pretty much what we need out of this. Fire doesn't actually care if they've got boosts, so that works out. And we hit them pretty hard off that, too. Alright, so incendiary bomb. Actually kind of feeling like we drop that down here, and that'll actually be pretty good. If it'll let me. Hello? And we'll just drop a group of these things as a distraction over somewhere. I don't want those guys getting pulled that way. I don't mind these guys getting pulled around, and I think we put them over here to do it. Gonna get this, and we're gonna get a couple of these guys again. Oh, he got two of those? Well, that's suboptimal. Okay, so we are going to lose this because we don't have any anti-air anymore, but... the shields popping in and out is actually helping us quite a lot. So other than the fact that we literally can't win this, because we, you know, don't have any anti-air. That shouldn't matter, though, because these aren't real air units, but yeah, I should probably take that into consideration. Fortunately, these also won't give him experience points, I don't think. Actually, I think they do still get experience points. Summons don't also get as much value, though, so... let's go ahead and get that. Okay. Over here, I kind of want to get more of these. And I wouldn't mind getting the acid attacks. But I also wouldn't mind getting another one of these guys. I think what we're going to do this turn is I'm going to grab this. I'm going to use that for field recovery. Going to field recover this. And then we're going to go ahead and just get a little bit of stuff here. So we'll want to weaken those a bit. I wouldn't mind making this a bit of a cleaner sweep here as well. Flames still hit the ground. I might have to put down hounds so that we can get ground clearance, because the acid and the fire is like coming from all directions at this point in time. It's just getting crazy. This might actually be a pretty good win there. And it is Farseers. Might be interesting. I think we do Phantom Rays. I wouldn't mind Replicate on these guys either, but we'll do this for now. Gotten to the point where we can actually afford to get pretty beefy stuff on both sides here, so I have to be kind of careful about really scary stuff coming out into the field. I'm just going to grab the hounds. Okay, and then we're going to get our own acid. And we'll get Replicates. So what little anti-air we do have is actually helping here. And we're clearing away the acid, which is really stopping them from really hurting us over here as badly as they otherwise would. Yep. And that should be game. All right. I feel like I really use the tools there like pretty effectively compared to what I usually do, which is, you know, just sort of use stuff. Do I actually have stuff that I can unit mod? What the heck? Did they add something new? Ooh, I haven't tried hackers in a while. I kind of want to see if I could get that to work for me. But every time I try to force something, it doesn't work, so I have to be careful about that. I'm going to get rid of the armor enhancement. I don't think that works anymore. There's that, like, field maintenance armor enhancement combo that you can sometimes get away with tough units, and then they sort of get carried away and end up winning the game, but other times they just get sniped and instantly you lose the game. So maybe they're just starting to give you tech points, like, so that you can like max stuff out without having to go back into the game. They do sometimes add new stuff to units though. Chamber compression. What's this do? Decreases Hound's attack interval by 0.6 seconds during battle. Hound's attack increases by 65% per second. This bonus resets after attacking. What? Okay, what's their normal attack interval? 2.4 seconds, so this would guarantee that even if they're doing nothing, they basically get 3 stacks of this. And that would basically triple their damage. Close to. I don't know that that makes a ton of sense for what you want with these guys. I wouldn't really care about getting that. It would let them, like, punch into tougher units, which they normally can't really do. So, like, there's that, but, like, meh. Okay. Got time for, like, one more, and then I have to get ready for a meeting, like I said, so... And like I said, the real pain actually comes from the fact that I'll be really busy next month, potentially, too. So we'll find out, though I might not be. We'll see. I probably will be. I'll tell you why on Wednesday, potentially. Because I don't want to announce anything and then be like, oh yeah, no, the thing didn't happen. Alright. Gonna go with Fortified Specialist. A little bit rough because we don't have any chaff, but that's fine. Okay, so there... I kind of think that the better chaff unit into this is probably Fangs. I feel like my opponent is actually kind of likely, though, to want to come around one of my flanks instead of down the middle again. What are they? Quick supply? So they're going to have 200 this round. Ooh, they've gone for Stormcallers. Okay, so the composition I've got here is going to be really bad into those. The question is, like, what do I do about them, though? That's always the thing about Stormcallers, is, like, you've got options, and some of them are not great. I think what we're going to do in this case is probably just pop the upgrade onto these guys, because I don't usually care too much about their other upgrades. Opponent should have a pretty easy time winning this one. But we do have, like, a couple advantages here. Mostly in that my opponent's positioning isn't great. Nope, yep, we got that. I do know there are people who, like, recommend that you just ignore those guys. Elite Mustang sounds kind of nice, but I don't think I want that. I'm just gonna take nothing. We'll take Improved Fortress just in case that's something that we want to get later on, but for the stuff that they've got there, I want a little bit more Horde Clear. The fact that they lost that round is actually really, really bad for them. This only costs 100. So we're going to do that. We're going to get one set of tanks, and then we're going to get another of these guys. Gone for a bubble already. That's actually really weird. They've added 2 marksmen. Okay. And they've gone for a bomb. And they're using improved wasps. They're dropping... Oh no, they just replaced it. I was like, did they drop 2? I think this is going to just hit this, though. Isn't it? No, it doesn't activate on those. Okay. If it activated on these, that would be, like, atrocious. Okay, so that's so bad for them. Okay, so we slowed down the damage that we took from that by a lot. actually think that the bubble really was what saved them there. I do think that it was probably a mixture of other factors as well. I'm going to go ahead and skip here. Upgrade both of those, and we do want to get crawlers at this point. And we're just going to go ahead and grab a couple of them. Gonna go ahead and do mass recruits. Get one of these as well. And then I want the bonus defense. Going for a second Stormcaller. That's interesting. And a repair on them. So I probably need to get another couple Sabertooths. Just so I can keep up on the damage against those kinds of enemy types. That's actually a win for me. We took out their shields, so they're going to have to repay for that again. I'll take that. Okay. Go for the rhinos. And again, I do kind of want some more of these guys. But I also kind of need some more of the, chaff units. I'll go ahead and unlock you guys. They're a tool that I very well might just have to use here. Let's get you back there, and we're going to go mass recruits. More crawlers. Bonus damage. And I'm just going to throw down one of these here, and we're just going to put it like right here. What's this? Heavy missile. Increases missile HP. Makes them fire slower. Really not going to matter in this particular round. Cool. The reason I kind of like the Sabertooths for anti-missile duty is that they don't stop sort of shooting while they're using their anti-missile abilities. So they can kind of punch through that heavy missile barrage that my opponent's using here. I might be at the point where I have to use Mustangs, though, to sort of actually clear that. Alright, let's go ahead and go supply enhancements. Gonna get some of these guys here. Okay. I do want Shockwave here. But I do think what we want to do is get the anti-missile Mustangs on the field. No, I'm not going to do that. I think what we do is we spam out more Sabertooths for that effect when we sort of get around to needing that. So I think what we do is promote this, and then we go for the Shockwave. Have our game freeze a little bit. It's fine. And then we're going to go ahead and do a tank. We're going to put them out on the sides here. Another one of these. So Shockwave should be letting us deal a lot more damage to their sort of little small troops that are all over the place. I think we want to potentially get some aerial here. Maybe we try to go for a kill then, I guess. Okay. Now, if they go counter nuke, then this is going to be a bit of a wash. But I think we have the advantage in the event that we both nuke. So I'm not going to actually worry about that by, like, slamming down a whole ton of, like, I'm not going to panic drop a whole bunch of shields, I think, this turn. Do that a different turn, maybe. I probably want to access Scorpions. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get 2 Sabertooths here. And I think we're also going to drop one of these. See, they're panic dropping a bunch of shields. I've also added a Scorpion. They dropped 2 Scorpions? Looks like it. I don't think that I'm going to take their shields down before the missile hits, because we don't actually have stuff pushed far forward enough to like get these before anything can happen. But just being able to nuke those shields is actually pretty good. So, like, that's fine. It's really the Scorpions that are the problem at this point. We still managed to win that, though. The fact that we dropped a nuke there and, like, only barely won that, though, is a pretty big problem. We could also get Farseers. Those are also interesting. I think we're going to get some Steel Balls here. Okay. And we're going to use Mechanical Division on the Steel Balls here. I think I want to use Overlords. He has got Marksman, but his only anti-air is Marksman. I think what we do this turn, actually... Okay, so he's gone for a couple high-level phoenixes, but I really don't have to care about that all that much. Game's crashing a little bit, that's fine. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty clean win for me. That'll probably actually end it. Yep. Okay. We were climbing pretty fast, actually, in all honesty. And that wasn't actually that. Oh, man. Okay, so I do have all the upgrades now. I wish. Or maybe not. I don't know. All right. Do I have time for another one? No, because I have to be done by 1, and I might take more than 20 minutes for this. Okay. That's a bit awkward, because I do still have like 20 minutes. Let's maybe look around at our units here and see if there's any little changes that we could make, but I'm going to forget what they are for next time we actually play this. I kind of wanted to get a hacker game, but the units that you like typically put hackers into are kind of the units that I feel like are already heavily countered. Because you generally sort of use hackers against things that are like durable, but also fairly close range. But like you don't use against something like a fire badger typically. I don't think they're good into like steel ball. They're good into like well, you can use them into stuff like Sabertooth. Potentially, they usually get killed by stuff like Sabertooth. Like Scorpions actually just kill them really badly. So you're looking for things like kind of the uh basic. I feel like it's basically just the Rhino. 9 times out of 10, it's just if you don't mind watch the Rhino, like it's kind of meh. You need to be getting stuff like sledgehammers potentially, but people don't really. They're not very good right now. I don't feel like if you steal an arc light, it doesn't feel like a very big deal. You can't really get scorpions. You can't really get a bunch of similar sort of like medium heavies because they usually just kill it. So I don't know. Maybe I should try some matches where I use some of the ultra heavies. I haven't really seen them very much, but yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna get ready to go since I don't think that I can practically do much useful stuff in the next little bit here. But yeah, so I might be busy again on Wednesday. I'm not sure what time I'll be able to get back, but I should be able to stream then, hopefully. And yeah, hopefully I'll have some good news by Thursday, but that won't show up until Wednesday or next Monday. So, and by then I might be busy. So we'll find out. In any event, though, yeah, sorry I had to run.